As mentioned earlier, you do have an onboard generator. You should be checking the fluid in the generator, the oil, the antifreeze, and the generator daily. You should also be doing the same for the actual engine of the coach. Like I mentioned earlier, these are diesel generator, diesel engine. Diesel equipment tends to last longer than a gas device would, as long as you take care of it. So make sure that you check this daily. So what you need to do is start with the right door. Flip up by pushing in and pulling. Turn 90 degrees on the little latch. And this door will lift up, set it down on the ground, foam side down, and do the same thing with the other door. Flip it, turn it, set it down, foam side down. If you set it down stainless side down, you're going to destroy the face of the actual door. So what you're looking at, this is a 25 kW PowerTech diesel generator. Right now on the screen, I'll be the guy to pull this off, it says waiting to start. Now earlier when I tried to start the generator, it did not start on the panel. The reason being, someone had started the generator and ran it from the outside. So what they did was, they pushed this off button, they hit run, and the generator started. When they were done, they hit the off button, and they did not push the auto button. The auto button, what it enables you to do is to start the generator from inside. It enables the auto remote start. If you don't put it back in the auto start mode, it will say not in auto start enabled. You won't be able to start it inside. So just make sure anytime someone does an oil change, checks the fluids on the generator, make sure they put it back in auto mode. Now, if you ignore everything I said earlier about turning the power panel on and off correctly, so everything off on the panel when starting the generator and everything off on the power panel before turning the generator off, what may happen is there is a large breaker on the side of the generator. It's about 4 inches back, directly down from the T and the word PowerTech on top, and that breaker will trip. The tripped setting is in the down position. If it is in the down position, you turned everything off or started everything inside incorrectly. What you have to do, turn everything off on the panel inside, come back out, flip this little breaker up, and then retry starting everything inside. If you trip the breaker, the generator will stay running, but you just won't have power inside. So just remember that. This little black toggle switch here is the master battery disconnect. So if you're going to leave this thing for an extended amount of time and the vehicle is not going to be plugged in, you've got to remember to flip this little switch up. Otherwise, the computer for the generator stays live at all times. So if you leave it in a parking lot for a couple weeks, this will drain the batteries. So turn off the main disconnect, make sure the Volta, the little green auxiliary battery disconnect, is off as well, and make sure this little silver or little black disconnect is off as well on the generator. Now this generator is on airbags. It's what allows this thing to run without a lot of vibration inside. It has an air compressor hooked into the airbags, so it automatically inflates them. But if that air compressor were to fail and the airbags started to bleed out on time, we do give you this little Schrader valve right here, and you can fill it up with a pump or an air compressor. 35 PSI, and you should, if it looks low and it looks like these airbags are starting to deplete, you should fill them up and make sure you keep them full. Otherwise, the air compressor will do so for you. The black canister here where it says engine air is your air compressor. This right here, if I follow it down, it goes right to what says a fuel pump. This is the fuel filter to the left. The one to the right is the oil filter. Your antifreeze, you'll notice right now it says it's a little low. This is the overflow tank. So if any point during operation, the generator shuts off and you start it back up and it shuts off after 10 seconds and you get a low coolant reading on the screen, this might have fluid in it, but if this has an air bubble in it, this upper tank, it is going to read as low coolant. The little sensor here has detected there's not enough coolant. What you need to do, let the generator cool off for about 15 minutes, take this little cap right here off, fill it full of diluted 50/50 antifreeze and distilled water, turn the cap back on, and restart the generator. Your oil dipstick is here. What kind of fluids does it take? How often should I do oil changes? Review the owner's manual. It will tell you all the proper specifications for this generator. It will tell you do's and don'ts. It will tell you when not, what fluids to use.